So you've got a newer car and the dealer says you've got to change the battery there because they need to do a battery monitoring system reset. Do you need to do that? No. Should you do it? Let's talk about it. So BMS, battery monitoring system, battery management system, different companies call it different things, but it's BMS for short. So the question, do you need to do a BMS reset? No. Should you? If you want to. In my experience, the BMS in modern cars is one more thing dealerships are doing to scare and discourage the end user, the driver, you, the owner, from doing work on their car themselves. Before we get too far into this discussion, I want to clear up a misconception. Some people say they need to program the battery to the car. You're not programming the battery to the car. These batteries are dumb. There's nothing but a lead brick and water and a acidic pH. There's no circuit boards. There's no brain to these. There's an exception. Lithium batteries do have that. Okay? These do not. A battery in your car for starting it or for the auto start stop system, they're dumb. They don't have circuit boards. So a BMS reset in most vehicles is really just a service function. You are resetting like a trip, right? When you fill up with gas and you want to reset your trip meter, that's essentially what you're doing. You're telling the computer, hey, I just replaced the battery. And it logs it as a maintenance item. In some makes, battery charge rates are adjusted. But you got to think of this like resetting the adaptations in your transmission. It's a nice thing to do, but these computers are constantly monitoring what is going on with the car and adjusting themselves. If you have a brand new battery in there, it's going to read how fast it's charging, how fast it's discharging, and adjust the charge rates, all within a really small, safe range, no matter if it's on what end it's on. Here, let me use a graph here. If this is the range of safeness, this is about the range that the cars that do change charge rates charge within. Also, you got to think about this. Get yourself a 1969 Camaro. There's no computers in there. You get an alternator on that. The 90 amp alternator is literally, once you start the car and it's running, it's going to put out its rated capacity. And when you shut it off, it's going to stop. No matter if you have an older battery in there or a brand new battery. Anyway, back to the charge rates. Let me give you an example. If you got a 140 amp alternator, it might charge at 85% duty cycle with a brand new battery, or 100% duty cycle with an older battery, if it realizes that it's discharging quicker than it should. But again, these systems are always monitoring the car and will eventually adjust to whatever you have in the car. And even if that short amount of time, the charge rates are different and you're overcharging slightly, very slightly, a brand new battery, and you take a small portion of its life off, even if a battery is going to last you 5 years, and because you don't reset it, and it's going to last you 4 years, but you got dealerships charging $1,000, even up to $1,500 in some of these newer vehicles. Mercedes, Volkswagen Touareg started it with the battery underneath the seat. I mean, it's crazy where they're stuffing these batteries now. Literally, what's the difference between 4 years and $200 of your money and an hour worth of your time to replace the battery, or $1,500 at the dealership and 1 more year on the battery life? And this is even hypothetical. I'm just throwing out numbers. This has got to be wildly conservative that I'm going over here. Bottom line, you do not need to do a BMS reset on your car when you replace the battery. Should you? Yes, you can log it as a replacement. Hey, I've replaced the battery in here. And a lot of cars have those same type of service functions for oil changes, transmission changes. BMW uses that all the time, right? It'll say service required, and it'll say, brakes or whatever. You can look on the screen on what it's saying it needs. Anyway, if you are the type of person that really wants to do the 4.0 BMS reset when you do your battery change, there's a couple things you can use at home that will pay for themselves, especially if you got a lot of cars and you keep them a while. One of those is this eDiag Elite right here. This is like $100, and this will do a BMS reset on just about anything. There might be some cars from India that it won't do, but like it's got a vast amount of cars that it'll do a BMS reset. I'm going to link this down below in the video description. You can click that link and check it out yourself. You can go a little bit more expensive. This is like $400 or $500. This is an Altel, what is this, MK808S. This will do a BMS reset and a whole bunch of other things. You can make your windows go up and down, your windshield wipers on and off, your fuel pump run. It's bi-directional. You can do a bunch of stuff with this. For battery changers, if you want to do a BMS reset, this is probably your go-to here. But I'll also link this down in the video description below. And one final thing. This guy right here, this is a battery maintainer. I really like these. If you're going to be the type of person that has a vacation home, you got 2 homes, and you leave a car at one and you're gone for 3 or 4 months, you want to put your battery on a maintainer. These are very inexpensive and work very, very well. I've got like 6 of these around here. One's on the boat, one's on the DeLorean right now behind me, one's on the R8 behind me. These things are great. Anyway, please like, please subscribe. It's free to you and helps out guys like me. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.